The legal framework governing land ownership in India is multifaceted and varies from state to state. Understanding the different types of land ownership titles is essential when engaging in property transactions or investments. Whether you are purchasing freehold land for residential purposes or entering into a lease agreement for a commercial property, it is important to ensure that the land title is clear and legitimate. Before buying or selling property, it is advisable to consult with a legal expert or property consultant to confirm the title and avoid any potential disputes. Each type of land ownership comes with its own set of rights and restrictions, so it's crucial to fully understand the implications of the title you are dealing with. The Mukhya land title is a unique form of land ownership that reflects the essence of community living. As the Mukhya, I oversee land that isn't just mine, it belongs to the entire village. My role is to manage these lands in trust for our community, ensuring that everyone has a say in how it's used. While I have control, the real power lies with the villagers who rely on this land for their livelihoods. This system fosters a sense of belonging and responsibility, where each villager has usage rights, creating a bond that strengthens our community ties. In rural and tribal areas, this model showcases how land can be managed collectively, preserving our heritage while supporting our needs. It's not just about ownership, it's about stewardship and unity. Government land title represents land owned by the central or state government, primarily for public use, think infrastructure, schools, hospitals, and parks. While this land is not available for private sale, it can be leased or allotted for specific purposes. Ownership rights here are limited and often come with restrictions on how the land can be used or developed. On the other hand, we have tenancy land title, where individuals don't own the land but have the right to use it, often for farming. Tenants pay rent to landowners, but remember, the landowner retains ultimate ownership. Tenants can't sell or transfer the land, they're bound by the terms of their tenancy agreement. This arrangement is common in rural areas, fostering agricultural productivity while allowing landowners to benefit from their property. Understanding these distinctions is crucial for anyone navigating land use and ownership. Patta land is a fascinating aspect of property ownership, especially in rural India. It's not just a piece of land, it's a legal document that certifies ownership, allowing individuals to cultivate, sell, or lease their land. Imagine having the authority to make decisions about your own agricultural land, all backed by the government's recognition. Now, let's talk about inheritance. When a property owner passes away, their land title doesn't just vanish, it's passed down to legal heirs. This process is governed by laws like the Hindu Succession Act or Muslim Personal Law. The inheritor gains the right to manage and sell the land, but they must navigate the legal transfer process to ensure everything is above board. Both patta land and inherited land play crucial roles in the lives of families, shaping their futures and livelihoods. Understanding these rights is essential for anyone involved in land ownership. When it comes to land ownership in India, understanding the difference between freehold and leasehold titles is crucial. A freehold land title grants you complete ownership of the land and any structures on it. You can use, sell, or lease your property without restrictions, except for local laws. This is the most desirable form of ownership, perfect for residential, commercial, or agricultural use. On the other hand, a leasehold title means you only have the right to use the land for a specified period, usually between 30 to 99 years. After that, the property reverts back to the lessor, which is often a government or private entity. While you can develop the land during the lease, transferring ownership is limited by the lease terms. So, whether you're looking for long-term stability with freehold or a temporary arrangement with leasehold, Knowing these distinctions can help you make informed decisions about your property investments. Land ownership in India is a fascinating yet intricate subject. When I think about it, the different types of land titles really stand out. For instance, there's freehold land, which gives you complete ownership, allowing you to sell or develop it as you wish. Then, we have leasehold land, where you own the property for a specific period but not the land itself. This can be tricky, especially in urban areas where land is scarce. Another interesting type is agricultural land, which is governed by specific laws to protect farmers. And let's not forget about government land, which can be leased for various purposes but comes with strict regulations. Understanding these titles is essential for anyone looking to buy or invest in property. Each title has its own set of rules, and navigating them can be a real game changer in the real estate market.